What's up, guys? Welcome to lesson number 2. And on this lesson, we're going to be talking about the mindset of a trader. You see, guys, this is the most important part of trading. It's not learning the strategy, it's not learning the technicals, it's not learning the fundamentals. It's really learning about the mindset of a trader because it's the most important part that you have to master. So I'm going to start off by just discussing a few points on what expectation, what type of mindset you want to come into this journey with, right? Not coming into this to get rich quick or overnight success, guys, because this is a very long marathon. It's not a sprint. And guys, the most important part is your mindset is gonna carry you through the beginning to the end, right? So guys, we're gonna dive into a few points. Make sure to have your notebook out. Make sure to be ready and taking notes, guys, because this is very important. But first and foremost, you have to be comfortable with taking risk, right? Trading, it's not just about making money, but trading is also, it revolves around having lessons. Why? Because your lessons are going to literally strengthen your character. It's going to strengthen your emotional intelligence. It's going to help you understand way better the market than when you actually win. You see, very successful traders, right, have a very high tolerance when they lose. Why? Because they understand it's part of the game. They know it's a process, right? And listen, guys, I want to have you guys develop the winning attitude. And I want you guys to write that down. How do I develop the winning attitude? And you can write down these points because this right here is really truly going to help you master your game and know how to form part of the game of trading, right? Number 2, guys, is you have to be able to accept the emotional uncertainty in trading. You see, when you go in an operation, when you go in the market, guys, you can be right. You can know exactly what you're doing, but you see, sometimes our emotions they take a hold of us. And what they do, guys, is they make us do irrational decisions, right? So your emotional intelligence in the market is extremely important. And one of the biggest advice I can give you is you want to start developing yourself as a person. You want to start reading books. You want to start listening to podcasts and audios, because what you feed your mind is what's going to go to your subconscious mind. And guys, from your subconscious mind is where you actually develop your emotions, right? So this right here, guys, is going to help you understand why raising your emotional intelligence is so pivotal and so important, right? So you have to invest your money not in what you have on you, but what you have in you, right? In your mind. Point number 3, guys, is you want to adjust yourself to market conditions. And what I mean by this, guys, is the market is always right. And you want to write that down as well. Why? Because guys, like I said, you can be right. You can know that the market is going to buy at a specific level and your complete analysis is correct. But guys, what the market decides to do, it's out of our control. And we have to let go of that control, right? We have to. And with letting go, we have to have self-trust and self-confidence and coming to the market, not expecting the market to do exactly what we want it to do, right? So you have to be able to adjust and let the market do its move. Let the market do whatever it wants to do, right? Because like I said, the market is always going to be right, right? Point number 4, guys, is you actually want to be able to see the market objectively, guys, because here's the thing. You don't want to go into an operation or a setup or a trade, right, thinking, oh, I gotta make more money, I gotta make more money, I gotta make more money. And this is why, when you have that also financial attachment to the market, you're just going into an operation, into a trade, just to win, just to make money. And the moment that you don't do so, and the moment that you actually have a lesson and you lose that trade, you get anxious, you get frustrated, you feel every type of emotion because you were attached to the outcome instead of to the process, right? Like I said, guys, the market condition, the market action is completely like it's you have no hold of it, right? You cannot control it. So when you go in the market, you have to understand that you can't be attached to it in a level where you're just going in to win, right? You can have the mindset of, oh, I'm confident, I'm going into it with full force, but not expecting the market to give you a reward or expecting the market to give you back a profit just because you entered it, right? And this is a very important point, guys, because 95% of individuals in this market lose because of this point, because they go into the market expecting the market to return profits to them just because they entered it, guys. And the truth of the matter is you have to be very objectively, and you have to have a bigger perspective coming in to your trade, right? Very important, guys. And point number 5, guys, is you want to not be excessively excited about winning trades or excessively literally desperate about losing trades. Why? Because you want to control your emotions. It's amazing to win, but it's also amazing to lose. And you might be hearing me right now and you're like, what is this girl saying? But the truth of the matter is, guys, I've been where you are. I've started my journey. I went through the education. I studied, and day in and day out, I went through the lessons, through the ups and downs, guys. And one thing I can tell you is every single time I had a lesson, I actually bettered at my craft. I perfected my craft. I got better at trading because I received lessons. And it's like in life. If you never have challenges in your life, you're never going to be able to change. The word change is in the word challenge. So when you have a challenge, you're able to change. You're able to look back and you're able to literally analyze exactly what happened so that it doesn't happen again, and you can grow from that, right? So it's exactly the same thing with the market. And guys, one powerful advice I can give you is you want to see the market as you. Why? Because guys, all my 3 years in this industry that have taught me that the market is literally a representation of you. How you go in, how you operate, how you manage a trade, how you go into a trade, how much you risk per trade. It really, really, really talks a lot about you, right? So it's so amazing that you're going to be able to even get to know yourself through this entire process while learning how to trade. How crazy is that, right? But guys, point number 6 is very successful traders, they make the necessary effort and take the necessary steps to self-discipline, to be self-disciplined, right? And have strict rules that inquire money and proper risk management of it. Why? Because guys, you want to understand that when you go into the market, you want to know exactly how much you're making and exactly how much you're risking. You could never go into the market without knowing those two, because then you're going into something completely blind. And when you're going into something completely blind, it creates more uncertainty. It creates more instability emotionally for yourself. So you want to be aware of that, right? When you go into the market, you need to be aware that you're going to have to develop self-discipline. And listen, guys, this is one of the hardest parts, but I'm telling you right now, it's one of the most amazing parts. You know why? Because like I said, you challenge yourself on a day-to-day basis because of this process of developing self-discipline. And you know what's the most beautiful thing about it, guys? We're not born with self-discipline. It's a skill that we are acquired. It's a skill that we can learn. It's a skill that we can practice, and it's a skill that we can apply. And the more that we apply it, meaning the more repetitive action that you take daily, the more self-discipline you're going to create for yourself and for your trading, right? So this is very important, guys. Do not ever treat this as a casino, as a gamble game where you're just buying and selling because you want to make profits, guys. That's not how very successful traders operate, guys. And I'm here to show you, right, how 1% really makes it to the top, guys, because in the cash flow quadrant, you see the 1% of the entire world is part of this industry. It's part of trading, right? There's investors, people that put their money work for them, but you see it's just 1%. And this is right here the key to that success. It's the self-discipline, the self-confidence, the self-trust that you have to develop every single day to really master this game, guys, right? And going on to our point number 7, guys, is winning traders have the ability to accept their risk and accept the fact that you may well be wrong more often than you're right, right? Going back to, at the beginning when I was talking about, letting go of the control, letting go of being in control when you go into the market, you see, guys, like I said, you can be right. But guys, more often than you think, you're not going to be right. But like I said, it's part of the process where you're able to learn, and your character as a trader, it's literally going to be mastered and perfected over time, right? And last but not least, guys, trade management is one of the most important skills. It's more important than market analysis. Why? Because guys, trading is all about 3 things. It's about self-discipline, trade management, and proper risk management, right? Because guys, you can learn how to get into a trade, but let me ask you, don't you want to learn how to manage your trade properly, right? Don't you want to know how to go into your trade properly, right? With the right risk, with the right reward, guys, because this right here is going to really help you see exponential results in your journey. Exponential. When I mean exponential, guys, I'm meaning next level. And guys, one of my favorite parts about this industry and about trading is, guys, this right here, I'm telling you right now, is going to help you become a better version of you, right? This is not an easy road, but guys, it's the most amazing road ever, guys, because you can actually come and learn how to put your money work for you. You can learn how to multiply your money. And here in the Cashless, you're not only just going to learn how to make it and maintain it, but guys, multiply, right? But by having the most important skill set, which is what? The discipline, self-discipline, self-confidence, and self-trust, guys. Because let me be real with you guys before we end this lesson. One of the most important things that people do, and it really affects their trading, is they self-sabotage themselves when they're in a trade, right? So if you know the information and you're learning the information and you know exactly what not to do, then you know what you need to do, right? But I always tell all my students is what's easy to do, right? It's also easy not to do. It's easy to believe. It's easy to learn. It's easy to go and put a trade, but it's not easy, or as easy as it seems, to manage a trade properly, to have the right emotional intelligence, the right expectation, right, into the trade. And guys, I always tell everybody, have expectations, right? Have goals for your trading. It's very important, but never put the wrong expectations for your journey. Why? Because if you say, okay, my first month, I want to make $1,500, and you don't even know what Forex is, then guys, remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. And if you don't meet that specific expectation you put for yourself in that first month, you're going to quit. Guys, give yourself 18 months. Give yourself enough time to go through the process, to develop yourself mentally and also with the strategy. Give yourself a good time of amount where you can actually go through the entire process and see profitable results, guys. Because guys, success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. And what success for you is today might not be what success is for you tomorrow, right? So if you start your journey saying, hey, I want to focus on, making my percentages. I want to focus on following this specific educator, learning this strategy. I want to master Blossom Power. I want to master the strategy of Coach Anna. Hey, then be committed to mastering that strategy and have the right perspective, because it's all about perception. It's all about perspective in life, right? And guys, truly understand that 95% of this game is mindset and 5% is strategy. So guys, I hope that you learned something new with this lesson, guys, because I really wanted to give you guys the mindset of a trader, diving into the psychology part of things before we go ahead and go to the technicals, guys. But super excited, guys. I'll see you at the next session, and let's go.